Welcome back to Next Gen Diecast for the start of round 2 here in the 2021 Legacy Piston Cup, featuring the highly anticipated matchup of Chick Hicks versus Lightning McQueen. Let's introduce the 4 drivers. First up, the Fiber Fuel number 56, Brush Kerber. Next up, the Octane Gain number 58, Billy Oil Changer. And next up, the 2006 Piston Cup champion, number 86, Chick Hicks. And last up, the 7-time champion, number 95, Lightning McQueen. 4 drivers, 4 races. At the end of the 4 races, the top 2 in points will advance to the finals. Lightning McQueen and Chick Hicks will start out front in race 1. And round 2 is officially underway. Hicks with a big lead going into turn 1. McQueen and Oil Changer spin. Here comes Hicks through 3 and 4. McQueen makes a big run in reverse. And it's going to be Chick Hicks winning the first race over Lightning McQueen. Oil Changer third, and Kerber with a DNF. He's at the top of the hill at the exit of turn 2. What a start for Chick Hicks in the outside lane in that race. And then McQueen comes up on Oil Changer. They both spin around in turns 1 and 2. And then McQueen, Tomater style, in reverse, makes a huge run on Chick Hicks, gets into the back of him, but can't find a way around to take the win. Let's see what happened to Kerber. Oil Changer was sideways, gets into the wall. That creates some contact with Kerber, and he ends up stuck at the exit of turn 2. So Chick Hicks with a big win to start round 2. He will lead with 5 points. Lightning McQueen picks up 3 points. Oil Changer picks up 2, and not the way Kerber wanted to start today. He starts with 0 points. Here we go for race 2. Chick Hicks and Billy Oil Changer will start in row 1. Lightning McQueen and Brush Kerber starting in row 2. The gate drops and we're back racing. Good start for Oil Changer, but Hicks makes the pass going into 1, and there's another big crash through 1 and 2. Chick Hicks all by himself coming down to the finish line. He'll win back-to-back races. Oil Changer second, McQueen third. And it's another DNF for Brush Kerber. He's over at the entrance of turn 3. There was a lot of contact going down into turn 1. These drivers have had a tough time getting through turns 1 and 2 cleanly today. And then watch Chick Hicks coming out of turn 4, gets the front end way up in the air. And at this point, he is out of control. But it didn't matter as he had a big lead over Billy Oil Changer. And then to no one's surprise, Lightning McQueen finishing in reverse again. I think Lightning McQueen talked with Tomater before this series and told him that he was going to use his strategy and try and go out there and win a Piston Cup driving in reverse. So we'll see if that strategy pays off. 2 races in, Chick Hicks leads the way with 10 points. He's got a 5-point lead over McQueen and Oil Changer, who are tied with 5 points apiece. And then Kerber still with 0 points. Race 3 of 4. Billy Oil Changer and Brush Kerber will start in row 1. Chick Hicks and Lightning McQueen starting in row 2. And here we go for race 3. Good start for the inside lane. Oil Changer leads, Hicks to second, and there's another crash coming out of turn 2. Billy Oil Changer will win race 3. Chick Hicks finishes second. And here comes Mr. Lightning Tomater McQueen, finishing in reverse once again to take third. And things have gone from bad to worse for Brush Kerber. Another DNF. He's upside down on the mid-straight. Oil Changer was literally flying coming out of turn 2. And then he shows off coming through 3 and 4, pulls a 180, and he wins by a mile over Chick Hicks to take race 3. Let's see what happened to Kerber. He's sideways coming out of 2, and then there's nowhere for McQueen to go. McQueen gets into the side of him, and that turns Kerber upside down. So after race 3, Chick Hicks will continue to lead the way. He's got 13 points. Billy Oil Changer into second place with 10 points. And then Lightning McQueen is down to third now. He's 3 points behind his teammate Oil Changer. Remember, only the top 2 will advance. And Kerber's still at the bottom with the goose egg. Just one more race to go, and one last chance for Lightning McQueen to score enough points to move on to the finals. Kerber and McQueen starting out front. Oil Changer and Hicks starting in the back. and the final race is underway. Good start for Kerber. He'll lead through 1 and 2. He gets turned around. McQueen spins as well. Here they come out of turn 4. Kerber leads. He gets sideways. Oil changer into the side of him, and Chick Hicks drives around both of them to take the win. Chick Hicks making a huge statement here in round 2. Watch Kerber. He would get turned around coming out of turn 2. And then McQueen would get some help from Hicks as he gets spun around coming down the mid-straight. Kerber coming out of turn 4. He would get a little sideways. Oil changer would get into the side of Kerber. And then Hicks would go around the outside, pass both of them, and beat Oil Changer by a bumper at the line. What a race. One of the best finishes we've seen here at Thunder Mountain Speedway as they go 3 wide just before the finish line. Bold move for Chick Hicks, and it pays off big time. Chick Hicks finishes with 3 wins and 18 points, tying H.J. Hollis for the most points we've seen a driver put up in a single round. Chick Hicks wins Group 1. He's advancing on to the finals. And then we've got Billy Oil Changer finishing in second. He will also advance on to the finals. And unfortunately, for the 7-time champion, Lightning McQueen, he has been eliminated as he finishes 5 points behind his teammate, Billy Oil Changer, and then Brush Kerber at the bottom with 2 points, putting up the lowest point total we've seen so far. We had a ton of great action today, and we will see you all back here next week for the finals of Race 2 in the Next Gen Piston Cup. Take care. Welcome back to Next Gen Diecast for more of the Legacy Piston Cup. Today we will have the final group in round 2 with these drivers looking to advance to the finals. Let's introduce our 4 drivers. First up, it's the Trunk Fresh number 34, Dirksen D'Agostino. Next up, the Leak Less number 52, Claude Scruggs. And next up, it's the Vitaline number 61, James Clean Air. And last up, the Spare Mint number 93, Ernie Gearson. These 4 drivers will compete in 4 races, and the top 2 in points will advance to the finals of the Legacy Piston Cup. Dirksen D'Agostino and Ernie Gearson will start out front in row 1, and the final group of round 2 roars down into turn 1. D'Agostino leads out of 2. Here they come into 3. D'Agostino's around, but he's back straight again, and he will win the first race. Gearson second, Scruggs third, Clean Air in reverse to take 4th. Great run out of turn 2 for D'Agostino. He got a little air, and then coming down into turn 3, a full 360 as he takes the first race over Ernie Gearson. Scruggs getting loose into the wall. He spins around, and then Clean Air gets into the back of him and sends him out of control as Scruggs finishes in 3rd. Great start for Dirksen D'Agostino. He will lead with 5 points. Ernie Gearson picks up 3. Scruggs picks up 2 points, and then Clean Air with 1. The drivers are set for race 2. Ernie Gearson and James Clean Air will start in row 1, and then Dirksen D'Agostino and Claude Scruggs will start in row 2. The gate drops and we're back racing. Good battle going into turn 1. Gearson will lead out of 2 as he goes over the top of Clean Air. Coming out of turn 4, Gearson will win race 2. Clean Air second, Scruggs third, and D'Agostino in 4th. Watch Gearson go over the top of Clean Air, which James could not find any of in this race. And then some massive air coming out of turn 4 for Gearson as he wins race 2 and puts down the second fastest track time that we have seen so far here at Thunder Mountain Speedway. Ernie Gearson putting down an 8.104, just 1/1000th of a second behind Michael Roeder's fast time. So after 2 races, Ernie Gearson moves into the points lead with 8 points. Dirksen D'Agostino down to second with 6. And then James Clean Air and Claude Scruggs are tied with 4 points apiece. With just 2 races to go, Clean Air and Scruggs trail by 4 points. But here in race 3, they both start in row 1. Gearson and D'Agostino starting in row 2. And here we go for race 3. Good start for Clean Air. He leads through 1 and 2. Gearson up on the wall. He's back to 4th. Good battle coming out of turn 4. It's going to be Clean Air with the win. Scruggs second, D'Agostino third, Gearson coming through in fourth. Clean Air would have some trouble in turn one and got in the wall and then a little sideways. You see Scruggs actually forced Gearson up onto the wall coming out of turn two. He fell all the way back to fourth. And then it was a good race down to the line between Clean Air, Scruggs, and D'Agostino. Clean Air coming out on top. Big win for Clean Air. And he ties Ernie Gearson in points 3 races in. Gearson and Clean Air tied with 9. D'Agostino just 1 point behind with 8. And then Scruggs has 7. So everybody in this 3 races in. For the final race, Claude Scruggs and Dirksen D'Agostino will start in row 1. And then James Clean Air and Ernie Gearson starting in row 2. The gate drops and the final race is underway. D'Agostino with a slight lead through 1 and 2. He spins around. Gearson to the lead. D'Agostino flips over. Here comes Gearson. He gets sideways and he slides across the finish line to take the win over Clean Air. Scruggs third and D'Agostino's upside down with a DNF here in the last race. Gearson went all the way from 4th to 1st in half a lap. And then as he spun going into turn 3, D'Agostino got into the side of him, which caused D'Agostino to flip over. And then a close finish between Gearson and Clean Air as Gearson slid across the finish line. It's because D'Agostino was in reverse when he made contact with Gearson. That's what flipped him over, and then he went on a wild ride as he slides almost all the way down to the finish line, upside down. The 2 drivers that are advancing on to the final. It's Ernie Gearson and James Clean Air. Ernie Gearson, the winner here in Group 2. He finishes with 14 points. James Clean Air finishes second with 12 points. We've got Claude Scruggs in third with 9 points, and then D'Agostino with that rough finish, not scoring any points in the final race. He finishes fourth with 8 points. Let's take a quick look at the bracket. Billy Oilchanger, Chick Hicks, James Clean Air, and Ernie Gearson have all advanced on and will compete in the final 2 weeks from today with a shot to become the Legacy Piston Cup champion. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's broadcast. We hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you all back here next week. Take care. Welcome back to Next Gen Diecast for the final of the Legacy Piston Cup. Today, a champion will be crowned. Let's introduce the 4 finalists. First up, it's the Octane Gain number 58, Billy Oilchanger. Next up, it's the Vitaline number 61, James Clean Air. And next up, the HTB number 86, Chick Hicks. And last up, it's the Spearmint number 93, Ernie Gearson. We will have 4 races. The driver with the most points at the end of those 4 races will be crowned the Legacy Piston Cup champion. Clean Air and Gearson will start in row 1. Oilchanger and Hicks will start in row 2. And the Legacy Piston Cup final is officially underway. Gearson leads into 1. He's going to clear Clean Air coming out of 2. Hicks to second. Coming out of 4. Gearson spins. Hicks is going to drive around him to take the win. Hicks all the way from 4th to 1st to win the first race. And we've got Oilchanger upside down. He'll score a DNF in the first race. What a run for Chick Hicks. Gearson into the wall, spins around, opens up the door, and Chick Hicks with a huge win in race 1. Watch Oilchanger in reverse when he hit the wall and he flips right over. Not the start that Oilchanger was looking for. After the first race, Chick Hicks will lead with 5 points. Ernie Gearson has 3 points. James Clean Air picked up 2, and then Billy Oilchanger has 0. What a way to start the final. For race 2, Ernie Gearson and Chick Hicks will start in row 1. And then we've got James Clean Air and Billy Oilchanger starting in row 2. And here we go for race 2. Gearson will lead him into turn 1. Good battle for second. Hicks spins around. Here they come out of turn 4. Gearson leads. He's into the wall. He spins again. And it's going to be Gearson just barely over Hicks. Clean Air will finish third. And Oil Changer, another DNF. He's over at the entrance of turn 3 chatting with Sheriff, telling him how frustrated he is with today's start. Watch Gearson. He spins around. And Hicks almost ran him down again. But this time, Gearson's able to fend him off and win the race. Both of them in reverse. And then you see Oil Changer coming to a stop at the entrance of turn 3 after hitting the wall. So disappointing start for Billy Oil Changer. 0 points, 2 races in. Hicks and Gearson are now tied with 8 points apiece. And then we've got James Clean Air in third with 4 points. The drivers are back at the starting gate, ready to go for race 3. Chick Hicks and Billy Oil Changer will start in row 1. And then Ernie Gearson and James Clean Air will start in row 2. The gate drops and we're back racing. Hicks will lead into 1. Gearson to the inside, forces him 3 wide. He takes the lead. Gearson leads out of turn 4. He'll take a huge win here in race 3. Hicks finishes second. Clean Air will come in third. And it's another DNF for Billy Oil Changer. 3 DNFs in a row. And Oil Changer has yet to score a point here in the final. What a move by Ernie Gearson to force him 3 wide through turns 1 and 2. That was a bold move, and it may be a defining moment here in the Legacy Piston Cup. Huge win for Ernie Gearson. Hicks coming in second. Clean Air with another third place finish. And for Oil Changer, no better luck in race 3. Another DNF. So 3 races in, Ernie Gearson will take the points lead. He's got 13 points. Chick Hicks with 11. James Clean Air with 6. And Billy Oil Changer has 0. So with 1 race to go, it comes down to Ernie Gearson and Chick Hicks battling for the Legacy Piston Cup title. Final race. Oil Changer and Clean Air will start in row 1. Hicks and Gearson starting in row 2. And the final race is underway. Oil Changer and Clean Air side by side through 1 and 2. Oil Changer into the lead, but he spins around. Oil Changer turns it back around, coming out of 4. He'll win the final race, and it's Gearson finishing ahead of Chick Hicks. And that's going to do it. Ernie Gearson will be the Legacy Piston Cup champion. Some contact between Gearson and Hicks coming out of turn 2. Hicks was able to spin it back around, and then Gearson makes the pass going into turn 3 to make sure he finishes ahead of Hicks and lock up the title. The Legacy Piston Cup belongs to Ernie Gearson. Ernie Gearson will finish with 15 points, 3 points ahead of Chick Hicks. James Clean Air finishes in third with 9 points. And then Billy Oil Changer, wrapping it up on a high note, winning the final race, finishes with 5 points. And here is the updated bracket with our champion, Ernie Gearson. Gearson beat out King in round 1, and then he knocked out Claude Scruggs and Dirksen D'Agostino in round 2. And then he beats Chick Hicks, Billy Oil Changer, and James Clean Air here in the final to become the first ever Legacy Piston Cup champion. Here are the final results for the team standings. It's going to be 316 Racing winning the team championship, with Ernie Gearson being a big part of that. We've got Silverback Racing, Jack John and Katie Racing, and then M&M's Racing to round out the top 4. I want to say thank you to all the teams for participating. It was in race 3, this move. Ernie Gearson forcing him 3 wide through 1 and 2 to go for the lead, to take a big win. It would really change the complexion of the final. When it looked like Chick Hicks may be on his way to another Piston Cup, Ernie Gearson stood in his way. Ernie Gearson, this was back in round 2 when he put down the fastest track time of the season and the second fastest track time that we have seen at Thunder Mountain Speedway. So there's Ernie Gearson celebrating with his big win here in the Legacy Piston Cup. Thank you all for joining us. We hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you all back here next week for more Next Gen Piston Cup action. Take care.